Joey Coco Diaz is a well-known comedian and actor. In New Bergen, New Jersey, he was raised by his mother. Following a difficult childhood and a string of personal tragedies, he spent time in a Denver correctional facility where he discovered his love of stand-up comedy and performing on stage. Diaz made his comedy debut in 1991 at the Denver Comedy Works and has since become one of the industry's most in-demand comedians. He delivers raw, unabashed comedy as he recounts wild tales of his personal trials and tribulations, embracing his in-your-face New Jersey style and attitude. Diaz's comedy has appeared on Stand Up Revolution, on Comedy Central, and Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC. Socially Unacceptable, his first hour-long special, was released in 2016, and it's now available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and other digital platforms. Diaz's extensive film and television credits include The Longest Yard, Spider-Man 2, Taxi, and Grudge Match, starring Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro. He also hosts The Church of What's Happening Now, a bi-weekly podcast with over 500 episodes. Joey, often referred as Uncle Joey, is a popular guest on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. He has made over 50 appearances on the show. Today, we have compiled some of the most funny moments of Joey Diaz. Enjoy.
Before Bruce Lee, Chinese people were fucking walking around like shy and scared. They would only bow. Once Bruce Lee came on the scene, Chinese people were like, "What the fuck did you say, motherfucker?"
Joey Diaz hates going on the cruise ship. He said that you cannot be on that ship with 3,000 other people and eating that bad seafood.
If you're thinking about going on a cruise ship, shoot yourself right the fuck now. You cannot be that fucking retarded walking around with 3,000 people.
Yeah.
When Joey was asked what would he do to defend himself, he was asked if he would defend using the jiu-jitsu training or the jersey in him. He replied saying that he's a 53-year-old man and he would probably use the gun. Joey recalls his hilarious fart episode. Joey once was playing basketball with his friends in school, and he even participated in a Christmas tournament. Joey recalls having a bad stomach on that particular day. He probably hadn't gone to the bathroom in 10 days and hadn't told anyone about his stomach problems that day.
And I hadn't taken a shit for like 10 days. I was backed up something. I took acid, something fucked my stomach up. I didn't tell nobody.
He was so afraid of doctors at the time that he never went to one. He and his friends boarded the bus on the way home. His stomach suddenly began to hurl and hurt terribly. Joey was terrified and he realized something terrible was about to happen. He knew he'd either shit in his pants or fart, but he decided to take a chance, and then he farted so loudly that all of his friends on the bus ran to the side of the bus to open the windows. The smell was terrible, and then he farted again. And this time, even the teachers were horrified by the smell, exclaiming, "Oh my God, he's changing flavors."
I farted again, and the teachers were going, "Oh my God, he's changing flavors." But
the worst part was when the cheerleaders on the bus began to cry. That is how bad it really was. Joey hates it when somebody calls him and says that someone has passed away. Whenever Joey receives a call from a friend or relative informing him that someone has died, he initially expresses sympathy, then gives it a day and says, "I love you and I'm sorry about your father," as if it were something you would say. But then he'd ask something like, "What are we getting in the will? Is it your sister or brother? What are we going to get?" People usually burst out laughing at this point. "Do you want to set this brother on fire?" he'd ask, so that would get his share. And the other person would die laughing, and his day would be made. Joey's friend Bonehead once came home high on heroin and wanted to make French fries. Bonehead was high on heroin when he decided to make French fries, so he put the pot out and the entire thing caught fire.
he decided to make French fries. Remember in the 80s, they had those pots you could bring it home with the hot oil, and they would boil, and you could throw French fries. America went crazy over them. I forgot what they were. Crazy. Everybody was
French fry machines.
Everybody was making onion rings and shit. Well, he did heroin and knotted up.
Left
and
that thing running.
The thing went on fire. We're all in the fucking house.
Oh.
He recalls the whole house being filled with smoke and waking up to the sound of fire alarms. The firemen were hitting the roof to allow the smoke to escape. Everyone had gathered outside and fire trucks were rushing to his house to spray water. It was 8 a.m. and they were all like, "Oh my God, Bonehead is still at home." When they turned off the fire, they all went in and found Bonehead sitting with his feet up, his hands crossed and watching TV. Throughout the fire, he had been sleeping. When they woke him up, his only question was, "Are my fries ready?" That's how insane the entire family was. With that, we come to the end of today's video. Do let us know your views on this video in the comments section below. We hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, then do leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. See you in the next one.